Hello, this is going to be my review of the CRKT Convergence. As you see, both of these have the serrated edge. I know I have a fully straight edge version around here somewhere, but this is what you get for now. I love this thing. As you see, I have multiple of them. I'm pretty sure it's been discontinued for a long time now. You can find them on eBay and other places that pop up occasionally. I try and pick up one from time to time. I think I might even have two of the straight edge ones, but like I said, couldn't find them. Anyway, this thing, Convergence, patent number, whatever. What does that say right there? It's like 6863 Taiwan. CRKT. Anyway, as you see on one of these, I have the pocket clip. I have them reversed. This thing has a lot of really cool features. I think it was quite ahead of its time. I got this knife originally probably like 15 years ago. Something like that. Maybe 10 years ago. The first one I had, which I don't have anymore. Pocket clip works nice. It's reversible. I love the honeycomb pattern in the handle. Really cool. Really comfy. And actually does facilitate a fair amount of grip. Without, it doesn't dig in or anything like that, but I don't know. It might slip out of your hand, but I would say it's good. It's not the grippiest, but it's definitely not the smoothest. There's an extra lock, so you can slide that up. This little lever right here, and it stops the this lock bar from going over. You can see it right there. See it moving up and down. So that's the secondary lock. Keeps it open. It also has like a 90-degree detent for some reason. It like just likes to sit there. And then so there's a few ways to open this thing. There's just so many fun features on it. And the reason I said it was ahead of its time earlier is because there wasn't very many knives that I knew about, or really any others, that had like this front flipper sort of thing. It's really easy to open. You just grab it and pull it back. Also, a really cool feature, so obviously you can push the liner lock over like that normally, which I did for years, I'm telling you, before I realized this. My buddy who had the same knife actually showed me this. This thing that slides up and down, that's also like a sort of flipper. It helps if you don't accidentally engage the secondary lock. It's a liner lock closer. It closes it for you. See? And it pulls the knife. It's so well designed. So well designed. Like, boom, extra lock. And you know, and the cool thing about this thing, you can like really like, if you're for some whatever reason worried it's gonna close, you can really like make sure that you're holding this lever in place, and there's really like no way, especially if you keep your finger beneath here, like kind of pinching these two, there's no way this thing's gonna close. It's pretty comfy. For years this was like my everyday carry as like a kid. I loved this thing. Funny backstory, actually, like the original one I got when I was like 10, I sold it to one of my friends, and then I was sad that I sold it and missed it and like traded it back for something else, and then ended up giving it away when I was bored with it a few years after that, and then regretted it again and bought like 4 of them on eBay because I was like, well, I'm not going through this tragedy again. The handle is pretty simple, as you can see, but quite comfortable, in my opinion. Alright, let's do a little cut test here. How did you do it around the camera like this here? Okay. Okay, well, this thing ain't the sharpest. And also the cameraman is not doing a very good job here. But when I can seem to cut it properly, it slices. Anyway. Wow, okay. Oh, I did slice it a few times. Anyways, enough fooling around here. So, let's do a little measuring. There we go. Focused. So, the blade is about 3.5. A little at 3 3/8 inches, and the handle is about 4.25. Overall, we got like 7.5 or so, a little less. So, yeah, I think that about does that. Oh yeah, so this thing, it does work as a flipper. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. Kind of have to dig your fingernail into the the grip thing that you use to close it. It works fine. Trick I found too, you can just flick it out upside down. So if you want to go into the reverse grip right away, you got it. And this thing is just, it just opens. Boom. No thumb stud, You know, I think it's a really slick design. Too bad they discontinued it. It's about $50 new back in the day. You know, granted that was 10 years ago, so what's $50 10 years ago? Probably $100 or something. I don't know. I don't have an inflation calculator handy, but anyway, the last time I bought one of these on eBay, which I think was sometime last year, 2022, maybe 2021. I think I ended up paying like 20 or $30 for it. But I bought these two relatively close together, and I think the other one I paid like 60 for. So I mean, they're gonna be around 40 to 60 bucks, about 50. Probably they've retained their value, basically, is what I'm trying to say, give or take. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. I don't have a scale, but it's definitely not the heaviest knife out there. Not the lightest, but it's pretty, I'd say it's on the lighter side. It's relatively small. You know, there's not much extra. I mean, I don't have tiny hands, but it's definitely big enough to get a full grasp. You know, even if you had exceptionally large hands, I think you would still get a pretty good grasp on this thing if you really had to do something. And I like that they're, I used to hate serrated, half serrated knives. I think this one looks all right. You know, are they the most useful? It depends. I used to really dislike them, but they do come in handy. They cut certain things way better. Cardboard and other shit, but it's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is cardboard. But I guess if your knife's razor sharp, it doesn't really have a problem, but I feel like it dulls it out unnecessarily quickly. Yeah, I think that's basically all I got for this video. All right. Have a good one.